comes the boom. Here 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 comes the boom. Booming, bouncing, stalking, what's walking, walking the bouncing. Hit him every counter. Hit him like a mountain. Hit him, I was spitting up blood like a fountain. Look at me like that. Just might fight black. I had this in my mind. I was like thinking, I was like, here comes the boom. Here comes Bible Study Sundays. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So we will be finishing up the book of Exodus. I'm like, man, it's been a long journey. And I know last week we kind of like cut some stuff off, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the stuff it was talking about was like rebuilding and building stuff and putting together the things. So that's why I kind of like skirt through the through the verses and stuff. So when it comes down to, you know, reading about it, if you have any questions for the ones that we kind of like, you know, breezed on through, and I said y'all read on your own, then, you know, of course, you know, how that means we can go back and cover that verse if you have a question. But yeah, I think it was we kind of like skipped over let me see. Yeah, we skipped over about a few of them. Yeah, because they started talking about, designing and everything, how they wanted the temple and the holy tent and the altar and the courtyard and the appointment, the holy vest, you know, just all of the things that was pertaining to that time. So, you know, for me, just reading over there and breaking all of that down, you know, it's like this. What's up, the show? Welcome. Happy Sunday. Bible Study Sundays. I hope all is well. I hope your life is well. I hope it's nothing but blessings and many blessings. And you're living your purpose. So we're gonna hop right into it. I'm gonna say a quick little prayer, and then we're gonna move out. Okay. And we're gonna start it back up on. I think we can continue on 31 because I think that's when they start. They finished everything. That they wanted in the tent and all of that. All right, so what's up, Eva E? I hope many blessings. I hope all is well. I hope you're doing good. Welcome, Bible Study Sundays. I hope you're fulfilling your purpose. I don't know. I'm gonna keep this background up too tough. I was just trying it and see, because I look like, I'm up there next to Jesus, in this beautiful light. So, I thought I could go ahead and do that, but it don't matter, if it start irritating y'all, whatever, just send me a little note and I go ahead with it. But it's kind of dim in my room. I need to open up some more windows, let a little light in, because I got to run some errands too, but, I like just the brightness and everything. All right, so here goes a little prayer. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, angels, archangels, ancestors, for blessing us and protecting us and allowing us another day to fulfill our purpose. Continue to watch over each other, those we love, those we don't know, those past, present, and future, and all those that's in the dark, that's unaware that you're there to guide us toward the light. Continue to banish all negative thoughts, spirits, entities, energies. Thank you for being a constant force in our lives. In Jesus' name we pray. I love you, Lord, so much. Amen, amen, amen. It's not, just a prayer. It's a freestyle, come to God as you are. You don't have to use those same things, but for me, I just, piece some things together and I've tried to set up every day where I'm thanking him, just for allowing me another day. I mean, a lot of people just, feel like tomorrow's promised and it's not. So each day you wake up, show that gratitude. Show that you got a purpose to be on this earth, you know what I'm saying? Because some people here today, gone tomorrow, and live each day to the fullest, because you never know if this is your last day on earth. You don't want to have any regrets, Now, I'm not trying to spark any anxiety. I'm just saying, I'm saying, if I was gone today, I feel, do you got things in order? Do you got your life in order? Do you feel like you have accomplished all of your goals? And if you're in a position where you feeling like you're doing, you're hurting yourself more than, you're doing good, then you need to go ahead and reorganize, your life a little bit. For me, if I'm doing something for, 3 to 4 months and I haven't seen any improvement on the initial goal, then I go back in and revamp things, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to sit in nothing that's burning you down. You don't want to work in anything that's not showing you. Like if you can't live your life, or the joys, of being fruitful, then you need to go back and repopulate your mental, because for me, I don't want to, be working my behind off of, someone else, and they're able to live their life because of my hard work. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to be fruitful and do things too. So you have to put your mind in that game plan. Like, if I am going to have this job as a career or a stepping stone so I can get to the place where I can live my life, show my kids how to live their life, and not just always plan for it to be just all about hard work, hard work, hard work, and no play. Because you are deserving, you are worthy. You're not worthy just to be a servant or be a slave in a slave mentality. Like our previous ancestors or what have you have been, and we get caught up with go to work, go to school, do this, do that. Be something, be somebody. And the majority of people that look like me, they pursue like entertainment things, because that's what's promoted to us, to be an entertainer, to be sports. And all of that turns right back around to entertaining them. Nobody strive to be, for wealth or to have longevity or generational. It's like that's not the mental. My mental right now, I got to work 2, 3 jobs. I got to pay child support. I got to pay these bills or these loans or all of this. I gotta pay. But it's like if you start planning, and it's never too late, what I'm saying, to get in this mind state. It just, set the course for you to not so much lean towards one thing, but just, be open to other things, things that you may not have never thought about before. Writing books, children's books, promoting mental health awareness, or promoting, like sometimes you might have to step out your comfort zone in order to, be prosperous and not just what everybody wants you to be. Like, hey, you would be good at, being a rapper, or you'll be good. Like nobody says you'll be good at being a lawyer, or you'll be good at being the things that we need in this system. If we're going to choose to stay within this system, we need more people that look like us to assist in helping others and get out of the system or not be so much promoted. Because they like kind of irritates me. Like we want to be in a country that that doesn't really prioritize us as human beings. They say it, and we talk about it, and we have like shows that geared towards like, oh, I'm not racist, this, that, and other, but the proof in the pudding, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, we can do all of this. Oh yeah, we can get a Netflix special. We can have all of this stuff. But when it comes down to what's in the pudding, the law haven't changed. The Constitution haven't changed. All these things that would be fundamental in us being progressed, or show a progressive state has not changed. So what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? We can riot, march all day, but if we're not making those conclusive changes inside where it counts, because right now, like, they still fussing over voting laws. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I thought that was done. And don't we got an amendment about that shit? Like now we are like, we still discussing the right to vote and how people are still having problems with voting. So just a little food for thought. Like I said, I mean, like, I'm expanding everything, anything. I wanted to show y'all, like, I finished my graduation, so I was gonna show y'all my degree. I'm gonna cover up my my real name because I don't want those problems. I do not want those problems. So I'm just gonna go like this, and then so y'all can see it. I got the thing on, huh? Let me back up and put it by my face. Yeah, so if I can see it, it's Masters of Social Work. So I graduated. Yeah. All right, I hope y'all can see it. If not, press pause, go back or whatever. I showed it there. But it's over. Thank y'all for rocking with me and believing in me. And yeah, so now, my whole goal is to start a practice. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a practice where I can, see my own clients. They come into my world and I build a business and then, all of that stuff. That's my mind frame, But I have to be healthy, you know what I'm saying? So I can get ready to, conquer these things. So it's like, it's an overall thing process. You got to be mentally healthy, physically healthy, um, and positively healthy. So yes, thank you. So thank you, Eva. Yeah, so I appreciate y'all. But yeah, it's over. It's been a long 2 years. And just staying motivated. All right, let's get down to the grizzle. All right. We're gonna start it off with Exodus 31. All right, so we skipped over a few because, like I said, they was talking about the 10 and everything that's going on. So now we're gonna get back to what's going on with the people. And so, just a recap. Exodus. Brought the people out of Egypt. Everybody got. The Red Sea party. Everybody chilling. Moses is leading. They had a few complaints in the beginning. And it's just, wishy-washy. One moment they cool, the next moment they all say, oh man, we should have stayed, just, bouting with that. Now they done settled in. Everybody kind of chilling. Moses going up to go get the commandments, and get all of these things that God is, seeing him about and talking to him about with him and Aaron. And at the end of the day, right, the people are still chilling, you know what I'm saying? And they're not in the mountain, you know what I'm saying? And Moses is coming back and giving out the orders that God has, set forth. So that's a little, summary, give or take a few pieces. All right, Exodus 31. Then the Lord said to Moses, see, I have chosen Bezalel, son of Uri, from the tribe of Judah. Uri was the son of Hur. Oh, so I usually turn this out when I read. Yeah. All right. So let me see. Uri was the son of Hur. I have filled Bezalel, okay, with the Spirit of God and have given him the skill, ability, and knowledge to do all kinds of work. He is able to design pieces to be made from gold, silver, and bronze, to cut jewels and put them in metal, to carve wood, and to do all kinds of work. I have also chosen Oholiab, son of Ahisamach. Oh my goodness, what is this? Ahisamach, from the tribe of Dan, to work with Bezalel. I have given skills to all the craftsmen, and they will be able to make all these things I have commanded you: the meeting tent, the ark of the agreement, the lid that covers the ark, and everything in the tent. This includes the table and everything on it, the pure gold lampstand and everything with it, the altar of incense, the altar for burnt offerings and everything used with it, and the bowl and the stand under it. They will make the woven clothes and the holy clothes for Aaron and the clothes for his sons to wear when they serve as priests. They will also make the special olive oil used in appointing people and things to the service of the Lord, and the sweet smelling incense for the holy place. These workers will make all these things just as I have commanded. 31:12. Then the Lord said to Moses, tell the Israelites, you must keep the rules about my Sabbaths, because they will be a sign between you and me from now on. And this way you will know that I, the Lord, make you holy. Make the Sabbath a holy day. If anyone treats the Sabbath like any other day, that person must be put to death. Anyone who works on the Sabbath day must be cut off from his people. There are 6 days for working, but the seventh day is the day of rest, a day holy for the Lord. Anyone who works during the Sabbath day must be put to death. The Israelites must remember the Sabbath day as an agreement between them and me that will continue from now on. The Sabbath day will be a sign between me and the Israelites forever. Because in 6 days, I, the Lord, made the sky and the earth. And on the seventh day, I did not work, I rested. When the Lord finished speaking to Moses on Mount Sinai, he gave him the 2 stone tablets with the agreement written on them, written by the finger of God. Okay, so let's just take a moment right there and talk about, the 6, 7 days. I don't hear him saying Sunday. I don't hear him saying Wednesday, on Monday, I started with the sun. On Tuesday, I started doing the animals. All of this. So the days of the week came from another period of time. I don't recall in the whole Bible days of the week. So what you might consider Sunday as being, the seventh day of the week per man, who's to say that that was actually the seventh day? We didn't build it. I mean, go back to Roman times, all of that. Everybody didn't have these specific days until, now. So all we know, we could really supposed to be working Saturday and Sunday, and Monday and Wednesday could be the Sabbath day. We don't really know. So some of the things that we take from the Bible and throw it in a little gumbo and then make our own interpretation. So for me, when I read that, it just, I wanted to bring to our attention, this is what I thought of. He didn't say Sunday as the seventh day. And until recent times or recent years, we started making days conclusive, when people work and all of that there. So I just wanted to point that out. All right, 32. Exodus 32. The people saw that a long time had passed and Moses had not come down from the mountain. Here we go. All right. Yeah, I know y'all are aware of this part, but we're about to get it. Okay, Moses. So they gathered around Aaron and said, Moses led us out of Egypt, but we don't know what has happened to him. Make us gods who will lead us. Make us gods who will lead us. Aaron said to the people, take off the gold earrings that your wives, sons, and daughters are wearing and bring them to me. So all the people took their gold earrings and brought them to Aaron. He took the gold from the people and formed it with a tool and made a statue of a calf. Then the people said, Israel, these are your gods who brought you out of the land of Egypt. When Aaron saw all of this, he built an altar before the calf and announced, tomorrow there will be a special feast to honor the Lord. The people got up early the next morning and offered whole burnt offerings and fellowship offerings. They sat down to eat and drink, and then they got up and sinned sexually. Okay, see, now look, here we go. All right, so now I didn't know it started with Aaron, because Aaron told them to go get their golds and stuff and build a calf. But wasn't he just told about idolizing and building an altar? We already talked about, but mind you, these are conversations that Moses is having with God right now. Aaron ain't up in the mountain. So he dealing with the people. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, he don't even know that he got, things that he has to do within himself when Moses get back to him. But because of the people are worried about Moses, why they tripping on Moses? And why he ain't came down from the mountain. They see the cloud, which is already discussed. You see that, okay, he talking up there with somebody. Why would he bring them this far and fail them now? And then Aaron steps out there and says, hey, give me your stuff. Let's do that. Then they have a feast, and then they start sinning sexually. Now, they didn't say they started sleeping with, their wives and all of that, because for us, marriage and all of that is like, a European thing. That's things that was brought to us. But back then, it was, ceremony, marriages and all of that. You don't see that talked about, as when the Israelites came out of Egypt and all of that, how marriage and wives and stuff, we didn't have all of those symbolism. But when it comes down to what goes on and how they feel like they should fellowship and drink and do whatever, this is what happens, and they felt that they need to sin sexually. So when you sin sexually, per, what we have read or what we came across, sleeping with, another man's, another woman's, or what have you. So if they had those type of relationships, why did that have to be part of the offering for them to sin amongst each other? Such a mess already. 32:7. Then the Lord said to Moses, go down from this mountain, because your people, the people you brought out of the land of Egypt, have ruined themselves. They have quickly turned away from the things I commanded them to do. They have made for themselves a calf covered with gold, and they have worshipped it and offered sacrifices to it. They have said, Israel, these are your gods who brought you out of Egypt. The Lord said to Moses, I have seen these people, and I know that they are very stubborn. So now do not stop me. I am so angry with them that I am going to destroy them. Then I will make you and your descendants a great nation. Now you see that he talks about he's upset. He like, fuck that. Like he was like, that's just like, you having a conversation with somebody, and then you get interrupted. Like God was like, so Moses, we're gonna do this, and wait a goddamn minute. these motherfuckers down there done built the calf. You know, that's how I felt like that's it went. Like, you know, Moses and God was like, you know, yeah, y'all set up the ark and y'all go, wait a goddamn minute. Are they up here fucking each other down? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the mind frame. That's what I got from that verse. Like, you know, he was caught off guard. Like and I'm like, man, they building arcs and stuff, melting down gold, carpenters and shit. Like, they doing all that shit. But, you know what I'm saying? When it came down to just not even recognizing the prize that they were let out of Egypt, and they, like, this gold calf brung them some damn way. All right, 32:11. But Moses begged the Lord, his God, and said, Lord, don't let your anger destroy your people, whom you brought out of Egypt with your great power and strength. Don't let the people of Egypt say the Lord brought the Israelites out of Egypt for an evil purpose. He planned to kill them in the mountains and destroy them from the earth. So stop being angry and don't destroy your people. Remember the men who served you, Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. You promised with an oath to them and said, I will make your descendants as many as the stars in the sky. I will give your descendants all this land that I have promised them, and it will be theirs forever. So the Lord changed his mind and did not destroy the people as he had said he might. Now, I know you're sitting up here. What's up, Triple? Welcome. So I know you sit up here and be like, Moses talking to the Lord like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, when he says some shit, that shit is law. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit right there is it. You know what I'm saying? And then Moses say, chill. You know, chill. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't want them talking about you like that. You don't want them to look back and be like, you know, you brung them out and, you know, you turned around and here goes some bullshit, right? You don't want to have that. So, you know, like, just chill out. Let's figure out another way. And he like, okay, you right, Moses. I would want to whoop I want to whoop everybody gone. You know what I'm saying? You said, damn, God is a killer. That's what he was trying to do. But you remember with one of the plagues. I mean, God, you know, God had warned Egypt, you remember, with the plagues, and he was killing children. You know what I'm saying? Even then, because, but it wasn't by his choice, it was fair warning. It's like, you know, this king was so stubborn, he was willing to take firstborns. Because it was like, you know, he was willing to take plagues and diseases and all of that. So I mean, like, God ain't unknown from not killing, but it's like there is always, did it have to happen? We all have choices. That king had a choice. Hey, keep your people, keep these firstborns, or let's wipe them out. Y'all not going nowhere. Because these was his people that died. The Israelites didn't lose any children. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's get back to it. 32:15. Then Moses went down the mountain, and in his hands he had the 2 stone tablets with the agreement on them. The commands were written on both sides of each stone, front and back. God himself had made the tablets, and God himself had written the commands on the tablets. When Joshua heard the sound of the people shouting, he said to Moses, it sounds like war down in the camp. Moses answered, it is not a shout of victory. It is not a cry of defeat. It is the sound of singing that I hear. When Moses came close to the camp, he saw the gold calf and the dancing, and he became very angry. He threw down the stone tablets that he was carrying and broke them at the bottom of the mountain. Then he took the calf that the people had made and melted it in the fire. He ground it into powder. Then he threw the powder into the water and forced the Israelites to drink it. Moses said to Aaron, what did these people do to you? Why did you cause them to do such a terrible sin? So we sitting up here, and he's questioning Aaron. Why did you you're supposed to be watching them, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm up here talking with God. You already know my issue. You know what I'm saying? You know what we trying to do. And you don't got no order down here. Now, Moses, thought Aaron would have it under control. But why did they have to be under control? They have not showed him much. All right, so what we talking about? Let me see. You say, did you say God is a killer? I mean, God is, he's a creator and a destroyer. He create you and he can destroy you. So, it's shown that he has been able to, you know what I'm saying? For example, with the plagues and stuff, when he took all the firstborns, where do you think they went? You know what I'm saying? or ain't nobody in the kingdom was able to take all of the firstborns but God, or even to part the Red Sea. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I mean, like, who died in the Red Sea? Okay, you know what I'm saying? All of those Egyptian, or all of the like soldiers. So yeah, I mean, we're not gonna say God did it. We're gonna say the water did it. I mean, we're not gonna say God recommend put the blood over their door, so I won't take your firstborn. Well, we gonna say the lamb of the blood did it? So it's not. I don't know. It's not uncommon to say that he can be described as a killer. Because who else killed him? You know what I'm saying? Moses was just waving his staff, but where he got the power from. So that's it. So God created you talking about Lillian or Lilith? All right. Okay. Well, we'll come back to that. So God created killing. We can call it killing or wrath or straight wipe out nations. Hell, how many people you think died when they on Noah's Ark when they started raining? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Or when they tell the story about the brother killing his brother. We talked about the story when he killed his brother. Son, I forgot the names. Well, y'all know the names, but yeah. So I mean, like, everybody has choices, but yeah, when God gets angry, he has been known to kill, wipe out some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up like that. All right, so let me see. 32:17. No, 32:21. Moses said to Aaron, why did these people do to you? What did these people do to you? Why did you cause them to do such a terrible sin? Aaron answered, don't be angry, master. You know that these people are always ready to do wrong. The people said to me, Moses led us out of Egypt, but we don't know what has happened to him. Make us gods who will lead us. So I told the people, take off your gold jewelry. When they gave me the gold, I threw it in the fire and out came this calf. He's an idiot. I'm sorry. Aaron, I don't know what's going on with Aaron. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, he's sitting up there. You said, you know how these people are. So why you gonna egg it on? Because I mean, like, are you not these people too? You know what I'm saying? Because for you, if that was your first thought to take their gold and have a gold calf lead them, how the hell a gold calf gonna lead them? Like a golden, that motherfucker can't move. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where his mind was with that. But you see how, like, the thought process sometimes it's like, I mean, for me, if I was Moses, I'd be like, how did I choose this motherfucker, mother sucker? Okay, because it's like, instead of them saying, chill out, Moses will be back, y'all pray or go, start some wheat or do something productive. No, let's have a party with and create a calf of gold in the altar, and let's have sexual relations with everybody, mother, father, and everybody at the camp. Ridiculous. So 32:25. Moses saw that the people were acting wildly. Aaron had let them get out of control and become fools in front of their enemies. So Moses stood at the entrance to the camp and said, let anyone who wants to follow the Lord come to me. And all the people from the family of Levi gathered around Moses. Then Moses said to them, the Lord, the God of Israel, says this, every man must put on his sword and go through the camp from one end to the other. Each man must kill his brother, his friend, and his neighbor. The people from the family of Levi obeyed Moses, and that day about 3,000 of the Israelites died. Then Moses said, today you have been given for service to the Lord. You were willing to kill your own sons and brothers, and God has blessed you for this. The next day, Moses told the people, you have done a terrible sin, but now I will go up to the Lord. Maybe I can do something so your sins will be removed. So Moses went back to the Lord and said, how terrible these people have sinned. They have made for themselves gods for gold. Now, please forgive them of this sin. If you will not, then erase my name from the book in which you have written the names of your people. But the Lord told Moses, I will erase from the book the names of the people who sin against me. So now go, lead the people where I have told you, and my angel will lead you. When the time comes to punish, I will punish them for their sin. So the Lord caused terrible things to happen to the people because of what they did with the calf Aaron had made. It is ridiculous. Oh, what's up? How you doing, sweetness? Working. Man, let me see. Does God want people to think and believe in one way? I need you to be a little specific because for me, they give them freedom of choice, but like we all have choices. But I feel like just like you lay out any law, like if I tell my child, I ain't with the lion. If I can love you from a distance, but if you become a liar in my book, I ain't really fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like God is kind of the, same way for, just my opinion, you know. But when I say that, it's like, hey, this is what I've earned out. Now, mind you, this been touched, like this book been touched. I don't feel like all of this came from God, itself, or all of these things that happen, because anything that's really been touched by man can be left to one's own interpretation. But I feel like in these instances of what they have given, I feel like it still was a choice. Everyone in all of these scenarios were choices, but then when God brings his, wrath or his anger, it's like, oh, he don't supposed to get angry. And it's like, what? Like, and it's how he get angry. It's like that's also a problem too. They'll say, hey, I hope all is well. But yeah, besides that, I just think we still, if we don't have anything, we do have choice, but sometimes our choices don't agree with others or what others should do. All right, so we continue in 33. Then the Lord said to Moses, you and the people you brought out of Egypt must leave this place. Go to the land that I promised with an oath to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And when I said, I will give the land to your descendants, I will send an angel to lead you, and I will force these people out of the land. The Canaanite, Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. Go up to the fertile land, but I will not go with you because I might destroy you on the way, since you are such a stubborn people. When the people heard this bad news, they became very sad, and none of them put on jewelry. This was because the Lord had said to Moses, tell the Israelites, you are a stubborn people. If I were to go with you, even for a moment, I would destroy you. So take off your jewelry, and I will decide what to do with you. So the people of Israel took off their jewelry at Mount Sinai. Moses used to take a tent and set it up a long way outside the camp. He called it the meeting tent. Anyone who wanted to ask the Lord about something would go to the meeting tent outside the camp. Whenever Moses went out to the tent, all the people would rise and stand at the entrances of their tents, watching him until he entered the meeting tent. When Moses went into the tent, the pillar of cloud would always come down and stay at the entrance of the tent while the Lord spoke with Moses. Whenever the people saw the pillar of cloud at the entrance of the tent, they stood and worshiped, each person at the entrance of his own tent. The Lord spoke to Moses face to face as a man speaks with his friend. Then Moses would return to the camp, but Moses' young helper, Joshua, son of Nun, did not leave the tent. Moses said to the Lord, you have told me to lead these people, but you did not say whom you will send with me. You have said to me, I know you very well, and I am pleased with you. If I have truly pleased you, show me your plans so that I may know you and continue to please you. Remember that this nation is your people. The Lord answered, I myself will go with you and I will give you victory. Then Moses said to him, if you yourself don't go with us, then don't send us away from this place. If you don't go with us, no one will know that you are pleased with me and with your people. These people and I will be no different from any other people on earth. Then the Lord said to Moses, I will do what you ask because I know you very well and I am pleased with you. I don't know. What we're saying is if it weren't for Moses, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't be a lot further because it looked like he's the one pleading. Let me see. Did God know that man would twist his word? I mean, like it's for me, and this is what I, thought about over the week because I was like, just thinking about like, how people are just leaning on like, God no, God no. I think God sees both ends, like both paths. And I feel like that's why we in the end have choice, and so I feel like he sees what happen if you go left and if what happened if you go right. And so he's just like, okay, and in that moment, are you asking me to guide you in this decision? Or in the end, are you going to make it, make your own decisions? Because a lot of people feel like, he knows he knows your heart. Yeah, that's a possibility, but he's not going to, like force your hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell your child, hey, this is what happened to me. Don't go down this route. Woo, woo, woo. But in the end, their choice, like for me, I can think of myself, yeah, I told my child that. And yeah, they're going to do what I asked because I told them that, But in that moment, or when they're in that moment, they may not choose that decision. And for me, I'm like, man, I done told them about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do this? Like, and it's like, I feel like God has these moments where he see, man, if they go left, this is going to be a problem. If they go right, this is going to be, a good solution. And that's why, because if he always like, planned for, or made the decision for you, we wouldn't be learning from anything. We would always just be shooting at God. Hey, God, do this. And, we wouldn't put the work in, so, but I felt like that came with time. I feel like before when he was present, it wasn't this, much of a confusion. But now because decades and people and wars and all of that stuff, it's like, the choices people wait. Now we're electing people to be in these positions, to make these, selfish, decisions for us. Whether it's wrong or right, a lot of people don't care as long as it's not affecting them directly. Um, so let me continue. All right, where we at? 33:12. Moses said to the Lord, "You have told me to lead these people." Okay, let me see, 33:14. The Lord answered, "I myself will go with you, and I will give you victory." Then Moses said to him, "If yourself don't," okay, I read that one. Let's go. 33:17. Then the Lord said to Moses, "I will do what you ask because I know you very well, and I am pleased with you." Then Moses said, "Now please show me your glory." The Lord answered, "I will cause all my goodness to pass in front of you, and I will announce my name, the Lord, so you can hear it. I will show kindness to anyone to whom I want to show kindness, and I will show mercy to anyone to whom I want to show mercy. But you cannot see my face, because no one can see me and live. There's a place near me where you may stand on a rock. When my glory passes that place, I will put you in a large crack in the rock and cover you with my hand until I have passed by. Then I will take away my hand, and you will see my back, but my face must not be seen. 34. The Lord said to Moses, "Cut two more stone tablets like the first two, and I will write the same words on them that were on the first two stones which you broke. Be ready tomorrow morning, and then come up to Mount Sinai. Stand before me there on the top of the mountain. No one may come with you or even be seen any place on the mountain. Not even the flocks or herds may eat grass near the mountain." So Moses cut two stone tablets like the first one. Then early the next morning, he went up Mount Sinai, just as the Lord had commanded him, carrying the two stone tablets with him. Then the Lord came down in the cloud and stood there with Moses, and the Lord called out his name, the Lord. The Lord passed in front of Moses and said, "I am the Lord." The Lord is a God who shows mercy, who is kind, who doesn't become angry quickly, who has great love and faithfulness, and is kind to thousands of people. The Lord forgives people for evil, for sin, and for turning against him, but does not forget to punish guilty people. He will punish not only the guilty people, but also their children, their grandchildren, their great grandchildren, and their great great grandchildren. Then Moses said, quickly bowed to the ground and worshiped. He said, "Lord, if you are pleased with me, please go with us. I know that these are stubborn people, but forgive our evil and our sin. Take us as your own people." And the Lord said, "I am making this agreement with you. I will do miracles in front of all your people, things that have never before been done for any of our other nation on earth. And the people with you will see my work. I, the Lord, will do wonderful things for you. Obey the things I command you today, and I will force out the Amorites, Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites ahead of you. Be careful that you don't make an agreement with the people who live in the land where you are going, because it will bring you trouble. Destroy their altars, break their stone pillars, and cut down their Asherah the idols. Don't worship any other God, because I, the Lord, the jealous one, am a jealous God. So you see that, he talks about that too as well. Let me see. It's written in stone on the walls in the Egypt, so it can't be twisted. Be. It can't be misunderstood. It's written in the stone on the walls in the Egypt, so it can't be twisted. It can't be misunderstood. Um, what you think? Written on what walls? What God had said. But yeah, I think there's a misunderstanding, even when reading the Bible now. So, but if he created these commandments on these walls or what have you, um, I think the commandments are kind of easily written, what I'm saying, or understood. But I feel like the Bible in its entirety sometimes is misunderstood. 34, my opinion. 34:15. Be careful that you don't make an agreement with the people who live in that land. When they worship their gods, they will invite you to join them. Then you will eat their sacrifices. If you choose some of their daughters as wives for your sons, and those daughters worship gods, they will lead your sons to do the same things. Do not make do not make gods of melted metal. Do not make gods of melted metal. Celebrate the feast of unleavened bread. For 7 days you must eat bread made without yeast, as I commanded you. Do this during the month I have chosen, the month of Abib, because in that month you came out of Egypt. The firstborn of every mother belongs to me, including every firstborn male animal that is born in your flocks and herds. You may buy back a donkey by paying for it with a lamb, but if you don't want to buy back a donkey, you must break its neck. You must buy back all your firstborn sons. No one is to come before me without a gift. You must work for 6 days, but on the seventh day you must rest, even during the planting season and the harvest season. Celebrate the Feast of Weeks when you gather the first grain of the wheat harvest, and celebrate the Feast of the Shelters in the fall. 3 times each year, all your males must come before the Lord God, the God of Israel. I will force out nations ahead of you and expand the borders of your land. You will go before the Lord your God 3 times each year, and at that time, no one will try to take your land from you. Do not offer the blood of a sacrifice to me with anything containing yeast, and do not leave any of the sacrifice of the feast of Passover until the next morning. Bring the best first crops in your harvest from the ground to the tent of the Lord your God. You must not cook a young goat in its mother's milk. Then the Lord said to Moses, write down these words, because with these words I have made an agreement with you in Israel. Moses stayed there with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights, and during that time he did not eat food or drink water. And Moses wrote the words of the agreement, the 10 commandments, on the stone tablets. Man, 40 days, 40 nights. No food, no water. But I think God kept him full, you know what I'm saying? It's written in stone on the wall. Let me see. Elaborate on the jealousy of God, please, and tell us whom is God jealous of. Okay. For me, and what I've read about, jealousy, is that God wants you to, or the Lord wants you to, worship him, praise him, thank him. He's the creator. He is jealous, God, when it comes to his people that he's created, worshiping like idols, idolizing like, a car or a statue or anybody other than him. So that's what I feel in my interpretation when he talks about jealous, when they, built the calf and all of that, him become angry and, or people idolizing, whatever goes on with their, like with the different other clans, like, Canaanites, the Hittites, all of that. If they have their own personal idols that's other than God, then that's where jealousy can develop. So that is my in person my interpretation of what his meant when he brings up the word jealous. I hope I answered your question. All right, so 34:29. Then Moses came down from Mount Sinai carrying the 2 stone tablets of the agreement in his hands, but he did not know that his face was shining because he had talked with the Lord. When Aaron and all the people of Israel saw them saw that Moses' face was shining, they were afraid to go near him. But Moses called to them, so Aaron and all the leaders of the people returned to Moses, and he talked with them. After that, all the people of Israel came near him, and he gave them all the commands that the Lord had given him on Mount Sinai. When Moses finished speaking to the people, he put a covering over his face. Anytime Moses went before the Lord to speak with him, Moses took off the covering until he came out. Then Moses would come out and tell the Israelites what the Lord had commanded. They would see that Moses' face was shining, so he would cover his face again until the next time he went in to speak with the Lord. I don't know why they tripping on his face though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't a big deal. If it's shining, he's shining because he's shining with the Lord. I mean, unless they needed some shades. So is God selfish? I mean, yeah, I mean, he has to be selfish. I mean, like, if he's jealous, you know what I'm saying? He's like, y'all are created by me, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to worshiping me or me being a priority, yeah, I mean, he's a little selfish that he doesn't want his people to forget about him. So, I mean, selfish might sound like a bad word, but I mean, what's the song I was just came in my mind? Oh my, you're my things, and I can't. Maybe I'm selfish. I want you to the self. I can't help it. Yeah, that's what I think about when it comes to him. Yeah, I mean, and that I mean, it's got a baby daddy. There you go. Why would he? He didn't need. He took a part, like a part of himself, and created man. He didn't have to. He didn't. It doesn't say nothing about intercourse. So here we go. 35. Let me see. 35. Okay, I guess, yeah. Exodus 35. Moses gathered all the Israelite community together and said to them, "These are the things the Lord has commanded you to do. You are to work 6 days, and the seventh day go to the Holy Land. Sabbath resting on anyone who works on that day must be put to death. On the Sabbath day, you must not light a fire in any of your houses." Moses said to all the Israelites, "This is what the Lord has commanded. From what you have take an offering for the Lord. Let everyone who is willing to bring the offering to the Lord gold, silver, bronze, blue, purple, and red thread, and fine linen, goat hair, and male sheepskins that are color red. They may also bring fine leather, acacia, acacia wood, I think, olive oil from the lamps, spices for the special olive oil used for appointing priests, and for the sweet smelling incense, onyx stones, and other jewels to be put on the holy vest and chest covering of all the priests. Let all the skilled workers come and make everything the Lord commanded. The holy tent, its outer tent and its covering, the hooks, frames, crossbars, posts, and races. The ark of the agreement, its poles, lid, and the curtain in front of it. The table and its poles, and all the things that go with the table, and the bread that shows we are in God's presence. The lampstand for the light and all the things that go with it. The lamps and olive oil for the light. The altar and incense of its and its poles, the special oil, and the sweet smelling incense. The altar and incense in its poles, sweet smell. The curtain for the entrance of the meeting tent, the altar, burnt offering and its brown screen, the poles and all of its tools and bronze bowl in its base, the curtains around the courtyard, their posts and bases, and the curtain at the entry to the courtyard, the pegs of the holy tent and of the courtyard and their ropes, the special clothes and the priest will wear in the holy place. These are the holy clothes for Aaron the priest and his sons to wear when they serve as priests. I just want to think in that. No, he's not a baby daddy. All right, so when you think about how they describe the meeting tent, then you think about places of worship today, like where people at and how they worship and all of that. And you think about, like, yeah, ain't nobody set up like these tents anymore. They got like castles like that look like churches and stuff, and they got all of these big screens and different levels and all of that. And it's like it's not as intimate as they described it back in the day, when going to worship Lord. So I want to bring that up. 35:20. Then all the people of Israel went away from Moses. Everyone who wanted to give came and brought a gift to the Lord for making the meeting tent, all the things in the tent and the special clothes. All the men and women who wanted to give bought gold jewelry of all kinds, pins, earrings, rings, and bracelets. They all presented their gold to the Lord. Everyone who had blue, purple, and red thread and fine linen, and anyone who had goat hair or male sheepskins colored red or fine leather brought them to the Lord. Excuse me. Everyone who could give silver or bronze brought that as a gift to the Lord, and everyone who had I'm not gonna get this word, that acacia wood to be used in the work brought it. Every skilled woman used her hands to make the blue, purple, and red thread and fine linen, and they brought what they had made. All the women who were skilled and wanted to help make thread of the goat hair. Leaders brought onyx stones and other jewels to put on the holy vest and dress covering for the priests. They also brought spices and olive oil for the sweet smelling incense, the special oil and the oil to burn in the lamps. All the men and women of Israel who wanted to help brought gifts to the Lord for all the work the Lord had commanded Moses and the people to do. Then Moses said to the Israelites, "Look, the Lord has chosen Bezalel, son of Uri, the son of Hur, from the tribe of Judah. The Lord has filled Bezalel with the Spirit of God and has given him the skill, ability, and knowledge to do all kinds of work. He is able to design pieces to be made of gold, silver, and bronze, to cut stones and jewels and put them in metal, to carve wood and do the kinds of work. Also, the Lord has given Bezalel and Oholiab, the son of Ahisamach, from the tribe of Dan, the ability to teach others. The Lord has given them the skill to do all kinds of work. They are able to cut designs in metal and stone. They can plan and sew designs in fine linen with the blue, purple, and red thread. And they are also able to weave things. So Bezalel, Oholiab, and every skilled person will do the work the Lord has commanded because he gave him the wisdom and understanding to do all the skilled work needed to build the holy tent. Then Moses called Bezalel, Oholiab, and all the other skilled people to whom the Lord had given skills, and they came because they wanted to help with the work. Then received from Moses everything the people of Israel had brought as gifts to build the holy tent. The people continued to bring gifts each morning because they wanted to. So all the skilled workers left the work they were doing on the holy tent, and they said to Moses, "The people are bringing more than we need to do the work the Lord commanded." Then Moses sent this command throughout the camp: "No man or woman should make anything else as a gift for the holy tent." So the people were kept from giving more because what they had was already more than enough to do all of the work. All right, what we got? What we got? All right, let's see what you got. God created all. So why does God say his people, meaning the Israelite, his people, and not all people? Are we stepchildren? So why did I say his people, meaning the Israel people, not all people? Well, I mean, just my opinion. This is what I done came to know. It's like, this is what people are saying, that we are descendants of the Israelites, right? So, in my opinion, I don't know about, like, are we like different descendants of each tribe? So it's like, the 12 tribes, are your descendants from this tribe, and mine from this tribe. We don't know. I don't even think we got like DNA, things that take us back that far to collect that information. So it's like there are things that we may not really have answers to, and faith that, people are aware that, hey, is he talking about me? I feel like they talking about me. I feel I am an Israelite, and I feel, but I feel like God started with one, and everybody are descendants from that one. But I feel like all men, we just grew up in different parts of the climates, what I'm saying, like, and when we were separated, and uh but I feel when it comes down to creation, I feel like it all still comes back to one. So I don't think we're ever step children. I just feel like we are all descendants of that one, and whatever started with Adam, we all came from, now at this point in time, and after all of these centuries and also this, I feel like we probably like maybe got one, like we got these percentages if we let people dissect our, history for what we can, gather. But I feel like we all, everybody, every human being, I don't think that well, when I, something just popped in my head, like, when he brought the people out and those descendants, like who ran to Egypt, and, that how the king was like real stubborn. So, and that's why he brought them out of Egypt, because he said that they were his chosen people. But that was a choice in that moment, for them, that tribes, to be chosen. Let history tell it. But, if you put your, thinking cap on and you think about, like, well, all of those people, Romans and all of them, they all were descendants too. You know what I'm saying? They all had children, that was from other tribes and all of that. So, if anything, they will be our fellow man, our brothers. But because it is specifically specified as being brought out of Egypt as a chosen people, and that's where people kind of sit with. But I feel like we all came from one. It's just that how things got divided up, and how we, this special people, or this group of people, um, have a purpose. They have more of a purpose than the others, because I've been around some people and be like, man, shoot, his purpose is or her purpose is just to be done for life. You know what I'm saying? Like, to serve, like what you don't want or don't want to do. Those people gotta have a special group of people. Well, I mean, let them talk about it. Like, he talks about his special group of people, that he made, special. But I feel like everybody in this world has a purpose, are here to serve their own purpose, and for us to learn from, like, either what you don't want to be. We have to have those. That's why it kind of talks about when you talk about the 144. You'd be like, man, we got a billion people in this world, trillions, I mean, in different continents all over. And it's like only 144. And it's like, yeah, it was 144. But, this is still an interpretation that was given from the Bible, which can be misconstrued. But either way, just be prepared, what I'm saying? Like, to do what's right, mentally, morally, physically, and you don't have to worry about it. And it might not be 144, it might be 44. We don't know. 44,000, 144,000, it might be 144 people. We don't know. But all we do know is just that, just have faith that, the way you move, you don't have to worry about, or you might be a part of a special group, but it might not be what is named to be in this. Are you on the 44, 144? Yes, I'm one of the 144. Okay, so where we at? 36, 8. The skilled workers made the holy tent. They made the 10 curtains of blue, purple, and red. So this talks about the holy tent. So we're not gonna read all of that because that talks about how to describe the holy tent. All right, so 37. The Ark of the Agreement. So this talks about the table, the lampstand, each, and the altar for the burning incense. Chapter 38 talks about the altar for burnt offerings, which the bronze bowl, the courtyard of the holy tent. So that discusses everything that's going on in the holy tent that I'm running. And then lastly, 40, setting up the holy tent. So he goes about and the clothes for 39 talks about the clothes for the priest, and 40 talks about setting up the holy tent. And so that all the Israelites could see the cloud while they traveled. So I'm gonna read the last paragraph in 40 because the rest just talks about the base and the stone tablets and how the meeting tent was. So lastly, let me see, we in Exodus with 40 verse 34. Then the cloud covered the meeting tent, and the glory of the Lord filled the holy tent. Moses could not enter the meeting tent because the cloud had settled on it, and the glory of the Lord filled the holy tent. When the cloud rose from the holy tent, the Israelites would begin to travel, but as long as the cloud stayed on the holy tent, they did not travel. They stayed in that place until the cloud rose. So the cloud of the Lord was over the holy tent during the day, and there was a fire in the cloud at night. So all the Israelites could see the cloud while they traveled. All right, so that's where we end the book of Exodus. I don't know why I thought it would be like, end on something else, but mainly it just talks about how he brought the Israelites out of Egypt, how the plagues and them being stubborn. He talks about when they got to a certain place, how the Israelites would turn on them, or how they would be question them and all these issues, and how Moses kind of kept the peace from them being destroyed completely. He talks about Aaron, one of the priests, who kind of made have them created this calf or whatever, and how they started sinning once against each other. Then after that came about, Moses had called, I guess, the family of Levi, destroyed up to 3,000 people who wasn't down with God, or who had some issues, and they were sons, brothers, all of the above. And so now God is kind of in limbo right now. He got them creating and they making these holy tents and all of that, but he's still, kind of like, hey, I'm not with y'all because I might destroy y'all. But and Moses is just still trying to keep the peace. So in the end, they settle, and they start building and everything. The rest of Exodus just talked about how the holy tent should be, which made me think about like how churches are here, today, like, how they are drafted. It's like, you might have some little pieces of like, you see the altar and all of that in the Bible and all of that, but you don't see like where the commandments or the stone commandments are built. Like there is specifics to creating a holy tent or a place of worship. And a lot of people are not doing that today. So okay, my bad. It looked like it just kicked me out right quick. I was like, what happened? All right, so let me see. Remember, you can't change the word of God. Nobody's changing the word of God. It's this I'm reading from the Bible, which has been like probably touched and changed. So it ain't never me. I ain't changed shit. Let me see. Do you love God more than your children? Yeah, I got to. You know what I'm saying? Because your children can turn on you. Your children can turn on you, what I'm saying? Like, because they have the choices. I love them, but God gonna bring me through the storm. He gonna give me the strength. So if they try to come, choke me in the middle of the night, he'll wake me up, give me that instinct, like, they coming. So yeah, I gotta love him more. But yeah, and my kids know that, what I'm saying? You gotta love your creator. God gotta be bipolar. Oh, no, that's bipolar was created by man. All of those specific mental disorders. Um, a lot of people just suffering. You know what I'm saying? And that is insanity. What is insanity? What the definition? You know the definition of insanity. All right. Well, we done finished the Exodus. Yay! So we finished the Exodus. Um, I was telling my sister we was gonna start on. Let me see. Deuteronomy, because that talks about like I think it was Deuteronomy where we talk where they went into like the specific like let me see the issues or the I forgot how she explained it, but like when Deuteronomy talks about like what happens with the Israelites, like how they getting punished and all of that, something like that, right? It talks about the. Let me see. Let me go to it right quick so I can let you know where we're going. Because Deuteronomy should be in the front. Yeah, there you go. So she's like, Deuteronomy tells us about. Let me see. God talks about God's precious people and what we're supposed to be going through. Right in the Deuteronomy, remember? But I think I covered Deuteronomy of the agreement, or like we got to. All right. But yeah, I figured out because I think I did Deuteronomy okay, but I did want to cover the one where it talks about bringing God's special people and what we supposed to be. I guess we're supposed to be going through some things that we're living in now. So I was trying to see what Deuteronomy or let me see. Oh, the curses. All right. So yeah. So Deuteronomy talks about the curses. 26. Yeah. So we all supposed to be, yeah. So I might reread Deuteronomy, but I'm gonna go back and check where I left off in my last video because I think I covered it not. But if not, then we're gonna hit up because I don't think we did Genesis. Did we do Genesis? I don't know if we did Genesis. But I'll let y'all know next week. It'll be surprise. Because I might go ahead and do Leviticus. Since it's right after Exodus. But if we ever did Genesis, I'm just jumping all over the place because Genesis probably would be the one to. I said we read Genesis. Yeah, we had to read Genesis. Yeah, because we talked about the flood. Okay. So yeah, we did Genesis. I see it marked off on my book. Okay. So now we need to go either Leviticus or go back to Deuteronomy and see if that one. Excuse me, or Joshua. All right. Well, thank you for checking with me. Let me see. Loving and invisible. Okay. Well, you said loving an invisible being more than your creation is insane. I'm sorry you feel that way. I mean, that's my opinion. But it's just my faith. I mean, like, faith, you know. And I mean, like, whatever this invisible being did in order for me to be blessed with children when there's people who can't have children, all of that, I'm gonna thank him, because everything that I done dreamed up and asked him for, he has delivered. So, I mean, like, and so, and that's why you have to have faith. You don't have to have everything doesn't have to always be present in your life for you to believe. I mean, just like you believe that you're going to get paid, whatever job you work at, right? You have faith that they're going to pay you. You don't worry about if you're going to get fired when you walk into work. You just know that, hey, I show up every day. I've been here for years. I think they're going to keep me. That's insane. Because employers don't have to keep you, you know what I'm saying? No matter how much work you do, So there's a lot of things to that insane. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. Okay. Much love. Peace out. Y'all have a beautiful day. Get outside. If it's too cold, do something different. Read a book, play chess. Write about, start a journal, Try to be productive all the time. Keep your mind mentally stimulated. Keep your world open, to new things. And then we said, did you ask for peace? Oh yeah, I've been asked for peace of mind and peace with others. And I pray for other people too. You know what I'm saying? People that I love, like I said at the beginning of, study today. When I talk to the Lord, excuse me, I'm getting choked. When I talk to him, I say, to pray for those that I know and I don't know. And peace of mind. Yeah, because I mean, like you said, you like I'll say, you can wake up tomorrow and lose your mind. Shit happens, okay? Shit does happen. So it's like, I'm just to be mindful and keep my anxiety low and try not to watch or, be in like environments that's gonna make me feel some type of way. Okay. It's good chilling with you. Thank you. And thank y'all for coming by. Quick shout out to, let me see, the show as always. EVE for coming through. I don't know about Queen Zimmerman, but hey, triple all day. And M, the one and only. I like that emoji. All right. So yes, thank y'all for being a part. Check it out next week and we'll figure out where we go from here. All right. Have a great day. Peace out. Love y'all.